Hello, beginner violas. Today, I want to talk to you about getting started on your viola, the parts of your viola, your bow, the things that are included in your case, and how to pluck and bow a few notes. First, when you open up your case, you will find a few items in your case. Of course, you will find your viola. You have in your case a bow. You just have to unlatch the little tab and you can carefully pull your bow out of the case. You have a shoulder rest. You have a secret compartment in your case where you will find something that looks like this. This is your rosin. We'll talk about your rosin in a little bit. And you may have a cleaning cloth for wiping down your instrument. First, let's talk about the parts of your viola. The parts of your viola. At the top, this is your scroll. Underneath your scroll, you have 4 tuning pegs. Now, very important, unless you have someone in your house who already plays a string instrument, we're going to leave these alone. These 4 long strings that connect from the top all the way down to the bottom, that's what we'll be bowing and plucking. And then underneath the strings, you have this long black board called a fingerboard. This whitish, yellowish looking thing here that holds up your strings, this is called a bridge. You have a tailpiece with some more tuners, a chin rest, and then in the back is where our shoulder rest is going to go. So let's talk about the shoulder rest. So if you put your viola down on your lap, your shoulder rest has these little grooves in them. So when you put your shoulder rest on the side, it'll kind of grab it, and then you're gonna loosely put it down here on the other side and then push up, and that should tighten your shoulder rest. You may need to move it around just a little bit. Now this is a little bit silly. If you turn your viola upside down, the shoulder rest smiles when it's coming to your shoulder to be practiced. That's correct. If your shoulder rest frowns at you because it's unhappy to be practiced, that's wrong. So, correct the shoulder rest. Okay, I'm going to put my viola down for a minute. We'll talk about the bow in a second, but let's talk about if you take your scroll here and you point it towards the left, put it down on your lap, so the scroll is by my left hand. We're going to take a look at our 4 strings. The string closest to your body is the lowest sounding string. That's called C. The next string is called G. Then we have D. And the highest sounding string farthest from your body is A. So C, G, D, A. From the top, the highest is A, then D, then G, then C. So, when we look at our music on a staff, this is song number 2, Ups and Downs. I want you to notice something. The higher the note is on the staff, the higher it will sound. The lower the note is on the staff, the lower it will sound. So if I start with the one closest or farthest away from my body, A, D, G, C. So remember, highest on the staff, highest sound, lowest on the staff, lowest sound. So let's talk about how we're going to hold our viola. So everything's going to be done on the left. No matter if you're left-handed or right-handed, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to take my hand here and I'm just going to put it on the shoulder on the left side. I'm going to pick it up in the air. I'm going to pull it down on my shoulder and let the shoulder rest down on my upper chest, between my chest and my shoulder. Then I'm going to take my chin and I'm going to come around and I'm going to put my chin on the chin rest. Now, once I get myself set here, if I've done it correctly, I should be able to let go for a second. Now, notice everything's going this way. This way looks like it would be right, but it's incorrect. We want it here. So, it's on my shoulder, my hand's on its shoulder. It's nice and snug. I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to make a backwards L. Now, you remember that fingerboard, the black thing? I'm going to take my thumb upside down, and I'm just going to put it on the side. This is my plucker. My first finger is my plucking finger. So if I pluck the string farthest away from you right now, that's the lowest one. You remember that one? C, then D, G, sorry. C, G, D, and then A. From the top, A, D, G, C. So that's how we pluck. Like that. Okay, let's put the viola down. Here is my bow. So my bow and your bow, when you got it out of the case, the strings may have looked broken and wobbly. Something's wrong. Nope, it's just loose. So to tighten our bow, we're going to look at this screw here. So turn your bow so the screw's staring at your nose. To the right side, righty-tighty, until you start to see the hair tighten. Now I want you to see something. I got to back up so you can see this. Do you see the stick curves down still? That's correct. If your stick is straight or bends up like a rainbow, it's too tight. We want it to bend down a little bit. And all you really need to do is just be able to get a pencil between the stick and the hair. So this thing is called the frog. That's where our right hand is going to go. And then all this white stuff, that's the hair. That's horsehair. So frog, screw, stick, tip, and hair. So let's talk about holding our bow. So would you just take the stick and hold it in your left hand? This is our plucking hand and our bowing hand. So we're going to make a thumbs down. Our thumb is going to go right here between the end of the frog and the grip. There's like a little piece of wood. So we're going to take our thumb and we're going to go upside down. So the stick is looking at you and the thumb's going to go right there between that spot. Then put all your fingers on the top. First finger in the pool. Second finger in the pool. Third finger in the pool. And the pinky is afraid, so the pinky stays on top. Your thumb is underneath. And there's a space between your fingers and your bow. And that is your bow hold. So we talked about plucking. So we're going to put our viola back on our shoulder. Shoulder rest down, chin on the chin rest. We're going to keep our elbow. It's going to try not to move very much. And we're just going to pull. Oh no, it's not making any noise. So I guess my bow is broken. Nope. This comes in our rosin. So, did you hear how my bow didn't make any noise? You probably didn't make any noise either. So, you're going to take off the cap. This yellowish stuff here is the rosin. Yours might be a different color. Yours might be black or purple or red. It's the same stuff. So, to rosin our bow, it's very simple. rub. But don't rub on the wood. That's not the rosin, that's just a vessel. Rub on the waxy part. Remember, rosin, R-O-S-I-N, rosin. So we just rub. Once you get some rosin on, you'll know, because you'll pull it across the strings and it'll make noise. So, keeping my elbow straight, pull, push, pull, push. Keeping your thumb underneath, pinky on top, and everything underneath. So that's a quick little 10-minute tour on your instrument. I hope you have a wonderful time practicing. Remember, 10 to 15 minutes a day, as many days as you can in the week. Take everything nice and slow and steady so that you get everything just right. I hope you have a wonderful first week practicing, and I can't wait to see you in lessons.